really want a spinning chair to film. So then I could just spin. I don't want to do that. Alright. Hello! I'm back. It's been a week and a half. I couldn't talk for a while because I hurt my mouth. So I wasn't able to film. But I'm back now and I can film again. Woohoo! And I'm really happy about it because I'm really excited about this video. So today I'm going to be talking about... What am I going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about my concert experience for Harry Styles' 2017 tour at Radio City Music Hall. So, let's do it. This concert is a very important concert to me because not only was it the first time that I've been able to see Harry at all, but it was just wow. So basically, I've been a One Direction fan, a Directioner, for almost 8 years because they've almost been around for 8 years. What are you doing? That's crazy. I've been in this fandom since X Factor. And I was never fortunate enough to go to a One Direction concert. So when they took their hiatus, which has been a lot longer than what they said, I was very upset because I was like, oh my gosh, if they never come back, I'm never going to see them live. Ever. So, around my birthday, which is April 14th, Harry had announced that he was doing a tour for his album. And I was like, okay, I need to go. I don't care how I get there. I don't care where it is. I'm going to this concert. Now, I live in Connecticut, so people don't really come here much. But he was coming to New York, and I was like, okay, he's going to New York. I'm going to New York. I was talking to my friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to go to this concert. And he's like, Harry? And I'm like, yeah, duh. Because he knows that I literally love Harry with every ounce of my being. He's the reason I am alive, quite literally. And he's like, all right, I'll see what I can do. I'll try to get tickets. So the day that tickets went on sale was crazy. They literally sold out in the matter of a second. But somehow, I got tickets. My ticket's right there. There. We got tickets. 2 tickets for Radio City in the third mez in like the last row H. Now, there's a story with this that I'm gonna put in it too because why not? So around September 20th? Yeah, around September 20th. The concert was on the 28th. I was scrolling through my Instagram Explore feed, just, perusing, and I saw a post that said, anyone going to Harry Styles' Radio City concert, message me. I'm going to put us in a group. I want to do a fan project. It was actually my friend. I'm not going to name her name because, I'm a good person and, I don't want people stalking her. But so I messaged her. I was like, hey, I would love to be in this group. I'd love to do the fan project. So we got, me and like 20 other people got put into this group chat. And we were going to do a fan project for that night. Didn't wind up happening, but 7 of us got really close and started a Snapchat group chat. So the day of the concert comes along, and we had been talking for a while and stuff, and we were going to try and plan to meet, but it was really like awkward for us because we didn't know anyone. So I got up at like 6 o'clock that morning, and New York is 2 hours away from here. So my friend came and he picked me up, and we drove about an hour and a half to, it was either Stamford or Stratford. I think it was Stamford. We drove like an hour and a half out there and then parked and took the train into New York. We got into Grand Central at about 9:30-ish, and we walked directly to the venue. I'm like, I don't care where we go, I'm going to the venue. I'll insert pictures throughout this whole thing. So we went down to the venue, and I was walking down. Radio City has like obviously 4 sides of the building, but there's the front and then the left and the right. I was on the left, and that's where his tour buses were. The second I saw his tour buses, I nearly died. And I posted a picture on Snapchat, and I was like, wait, what? Is this for real? Because it didn't seem real. So then, I went and I was like, okay, I need to get my merch. Because if I don't get my merch, I'm not going to get merch at all. So I got the Treat People with Kindness t-shirt, which I wear religiously. And I got the black crew neck that says Harry on this side. Right? As close to my heart as he can be. So once we got merch, I was like, okay, we should probably eat something. Because I hadn't eaten anything all day. And I didn't want to go a whole span of hours without eating anything. So we went down to the McDonald's. And I got like some nuggets and fries. And then we went directly back to the venue. I was like, no, we're going back to this venue. I think he did like 2 sound checks that day, because the first one I know he did when I was on the left side of the building, because I was listening through the door. I got yelled at so many times by security, like so many times. They're like, you need to move. I'm like, okay, I'll move, okay. So we walked up to the end of the street and then walked back down the street. And, I was just walking the street, trying not to sound suspicious, because, like, I didn't want to stalk him. But, like, if the opportunity came around where he, like, looked out the window or came outside, I wanted to be there because I've waited so long for this moment. And he never wound up coming out, but it's okay. This story gets stressful. Like, I'm stressed about this. Around 3:30, 4 o'clock, I went to the right side of the building to ask the guy where we would wait in line when we were entering, because even though we all had set seats, there wasn't like pit or anything, I still wanted to get in there first so I can just get my seat and just relax, because I was a nervous wreck. I have really bad anxiety, so like my stomach was like flipping. I was like, oh my god, I'm scared. I was actually scared to go inside. The second that I go and wait on the side of the building to like sit down before the line actually started, he looked through the window of where I was just standing by the tour bus. I was triggered. I was like, wow, you couldn't have waited or like done it like 3 minutes earlier? All right, Harry, all right. So, while sitting outside, I was running a tour snap for someone who had a Snapchat and wanted like inside the tour, like access to like look at what was going on and stuff. So I was running this account, and I met this girl, the really lovely girl. I'm not gonna say her name either, but we'll call her Jane. Jane had a pride flag, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you close? Are you gonna try and give it to him? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, can I put you on the tour snap to like tell the insiders like that you're gonna try and give him your flag? And she goes, yeah, of course. So we made really good friends. Like we don't talk that much anymore, but like when we were there, we were like, yes. So she let me hold the flag and like take a picture with it and stuff. And there's a picture where I'm holding the flag and she's holding the flag, and I'm holding it right between the blue and the green, and she's holding it on the other side. I'll insert that picture, but I'll like put a sticker over her face. So time comes to go inside. It's like 7 o'clock and doors open, and they're letting us in, taking our tickets. And I almost got into a fight with security because I had met this girl I never got her name, but she had a bi flag, and they wouldn't let her in with the flag. They were being really strict last tour about letting people in with flags. They would not let her into the venue, even though she had a ticket. She just had her flag, and she was crying, and I felt so bad, like, because it's not right to do that to someone. Like, you shouldn't discriminate on someone because of who they love. It's not fair. So I looked at security. I was like, you can't do that. Like, that's not okay whatsoever. And she was over talking to someone. I was like, you can't do that to her. That's not right. You're making her really upset about loving someone, and that's not okay. So they're like, okay, fine, chill. She can go inside. So they let her in, and then they let my friend in, both with their flags. They got them tagged, and the girl thanked me profusely. I was like, it's really no problem. Like, it was really, I had no problem doing it. The second that I go inside, Harry comes out on the roof, overlooking where I was just standing. I was like, why is this happening? Like, I had on my phone, so I was like looking through Twitter, and there was like pictures of him on the roof, and I was like, why? Why are you doing this? I'm hurt. So I go upstairs to my seat, and I start freaking out because not the situation that I was in, I don't know why, but I was freaking out because I couldn't see the center microphone where he would be. And Muna was his opener, so they would be on first. But I couldn't see that center microphone because the way that the lights were angled, they were really bright, and I could see on this side and this side, but I could not see the center. And so I started like panicking. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to see him. What? And as I'm panicking, he's walking around the lobby. Or like, not the lobby where everyone was, but like the downstairs, like private lounge type thing. I got to see it when I went on the tour in April. But yeah, he was walking around down there. No, wasn't okay. So then I start to get a headache, and I don't know if it was because I hadn't really eaten anything or just because it's really high up in Radio City, and like Radio City has no bad seats, but like there are definitely seats where you can't see that well, or like you can't, like it makes you a little bit dizzy because you're so high up. So I had a headache. I'm freaking out because I can't see the center of the stage, and I'm like, this is my only shot to see him. I'm not going to be able to see him after this because at the time I didn't have tickets to the 2018 tour, so I didn't know if I was ever going to see him again. And so I'm freaking out, and the security guards that like patrols that area is like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I can't see. I don't know. I can't. I'm not going to be able to see. He's like, all right, let me go downstairs. Let me see if they're going to turn on the monitors. It comes to Harry, I don't play around. Like, you say something about him, I'm not going to sit back and let you say something. You look at him the wrong way or treat him with disrespect, I'm not going to just sit down. I'm going to be like, okay, what are you doing? You stand outside his hotel and mob him, or like, I'm just not going to sit back. And like, yeah, of course I like paced the outside, but I wasn't like trying to look in the windows and take pictures and stuff, or peeking in the tour bus or anything. I was just walking by, you know, and God, if it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. I wasn't like stalking, kind of, if that makes sense. So anyway, the security guard comes back up and he goes, the cameras aren't on, so that means his team didn't pay for the monitors to be turned on. My heart sunk into my stomach so fast because I knew that without those monitors, I wasn't going to see a thing. And I was like, So Muna went on, and I'm trying to see, you know, I'm looking, I'm enjoying the show. Like, the Muna was amazing. Amazing. And of course I was bopping around, having a great time. And then the second that curtain came down for, like, Harry's curtain, I went into panic mode. I sat down into my seat and I was like, I'm about to see Harry Styles. Like, this is about to happen. This is, what? You're kidding. You're joking. Are you kidding? Is this a joke? Are you okay? Is this fake? Am I dreaming again? So you hear the music start playing, and you see a silhouette come up. And the second that curtain drops, I drop. I fell to my knees faster than the curtain fell. And I was just like, oh my God, he's right there. This is a thing. This is happening. This is a thing. Huh. And I couldn't see at the time because I was below the seat. I was afraid to look up. I stood up and I saw a little red stick. That's it. All I saw was a little stick. But he sounded amazing. Like, it was the best and worst moment of my life. Because it was not the worst moment, like, I can't say that, but it was the best moment of my life because I was seeing him and I was there, and it was like, he's real, you know? But it was kind of like, I still felt like I was watching him through a screen. Because I've only ever seen him through a screen, through a computer screen, a phone screen. So, we're watching the show, and the chain comes on. And automatically I'm like, oh, yes, yes. Because I love Stevie Nicks. And Fleetwood Mac is like, wow. So, I got really excited. I was like, you know, I'm like sitting there to the beat. I'm like, all right, I don't even care, you know? I see him grab the pride flag, and I'm like, is that the same one? So I texted my friend. I'm like, did he just grab your flag? Is that your flag? And I'm like spamming her phone, And she texted me back and she goes, yes. And I dropped again. I was like, we're holding the same flag. We are holding the exact same flag. Oh my God, I'll show you the picture. We're holding it in the same spot. We're both holding it right between the blue and the green. And so he runs up the side. My friend, my best friend, touches him. And I didn't know it until after the concert, but he ran up and touched her, and they held hands for like a split second, and I'm still shook. So he runs up to the side, and he starts like moving his arms and blowing kisses right at my section. Like, he was turned toward my section, and so if I'm looking at him, he wasn't looking at me, but I'm gonna say that he was looking at me because it makes me feel better about myself. He was looking at my direction, blowing kisses, and I was just... That night was the first night that he sang Story of My Life by himself. Like, solo. And the second that it started playing, when I tell you everyone freaked out, freaked out. And it was amazing, because just to see how many people have been there from the beginning and weren't just new Harrys, like Sign of the Times on, like they weren't, you know what I mean? They weren't like brand new, like you could tell who has been there for a long time. And it was amazing to see. That night he also played Kiwi twice. He played Kiwi twice. He played it the first time where it was supposed to be, you know, and then he played Sign of the Times, and usually Sign of the Times was supposed to be the last song, but he goes, we're gonna play 2 more songs. Like right before he played Sign of the Times, we're gonna play 2 more songs. So he played Sign of the Times, and then he goes, we're gonna play Kiwi again, because Capitol Records was there, his mom was in the audience, and it was just, so he plays Kiwi again, and he goes, we want Kiwi to be the next single, so we need you to be as loud as you can be. So of course, I had no voice by the end of this concert, because I was screaming so loud, because I wanted Kiwi to be a single, and we did it. We were loud enough, and Kiwi became a single not long after, and Thank God that we did, because Capitol Records saw it and they were like, all right, we're gonna do it. And I'm proud, so proud and so happy. So then I went total fan mode. I'm not gonna deny it. The second that Kiwi ended, I was out the door. I left my friend. He was trying to follow me. I was out. I was gone. I flew down 3 flights of stairs, jumping steps, because I wanted to get outside. Because, one, I don't like commotion. I like crowds, but I don't like feeling trapped. Like, there's too many people. I don't like it. So I wanted out, and 2, in one of his concerts, he had went out to the tour bus to like meet people, and I wasn't gonna like stalk the tour bus and like, you know what I mean? But if he did come out, I wanted to be there, because like I said, it could have been my only shot to ever see him again. So I stood out. There was like barricades, and I stood over by the buses because I didn't want to be right by the door when he came out and like mob him, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't even want to hug him or touch him if I couldn't. I just wanted to see him walk by. Like, that's all that I wanted. I wanted to see him up close because I couldn't really see inside the venue. So all I wanted was to see him, get a video of him walking. That's all I wanted. I got into a funk. I got really sad because it was over and already PCD was kicking in, and 2, I couldn't really see again for the 4th time I said that. So it was kind of like I was bummed. So I remember walking through the streets of New York and getting on the train and crying. Like, I felt like I was in a movie, because it was kind of like, back then, now I'm a lot better, but back then it felt like I waited 7 years for nothing. You know what I mean? Not nothing, because I was there, you know what I mean? And I was grateful for the experience. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% grateful that I was able to go, because a lot of people didn't get to go to this concert because it was a very small venue. But I kind of felt like I went and like, I felt bad because I couldn't see him, and I went to see him, like, you know what I mean? But it was still an amazing experience, and I'm not gonna dock the experience because it was. So then, waiting on the train, and I checked my group chat. We're called the Harry Pals, if you didn't know. And I checked my group chat, and my friend, she says that she touched him, and I'm like, what? Huh? Start crying harder, because like at the time I didn't know her that well, so I thought she was this stuck-up person that was just trying to, you know what I mean? But I know she's not like that at all now. But back then I was kind of like, all right, fine, whatever. And I didn't really care, so I swiped out, and I was like, I don't want to hear it. Nope. So then I got home, and I felt a little bit, not better, but, you know, I was just kind of like, you know, I was in a funk. So, a few months go by, and December-ish hits. And, well, no, November hits, and I meet one of my friends for the first time. Like, the first time. And I'll insert the clip right here of when we met for the first time. That night of the concert, I didn't know her at all. At all. But through Harry, we met. And it's kind of just like, I have him to thank for so many things, but the main thing I have to thank him for is, 1, saving my life, and 2, giving me friends from everywhere, and giving me these 6 specific friends that I can lean on for anything, like literally anything, and they're always there all the time. So then I got my ticket for MSG. Then in December, I met my other friend, the one that touched him, and my friend that I met last time. And so it was the three of us. I'll insert some pictures or videos of us. And it was just amazing because every time that we meet, it feels like the first time. Then, my birthday's in April. I was getting really upset because my friend is going to the Philly concert and she's gonna be in Pitt, and I was upset because I wanted to go to this concert like really bad. It's just I'm so happy about it.
Honestly, Amber, can you hear me?
Yeah.
That person was an asshole. But I'm a cute asshole.
Wait, where are they? Wait, what? Wait, Maddie, what? Nothing.
Amber! I've been trying not to tell you that was me all day.
But you were like, I want to die, and we all felt so bad. You were like, what do we do? Birthday.
Now, the main part of why I'm telling this story. April 8th, three of us met up in New York. Me and three of the Harry pals. So, we got a tour to go to Radio City and tour Radio City. And we get our passes, and instantly my heart is just full of so many different emotions. I'm excited, I'm scared, I'm so grateful, and there's so much emotion in that building for me now, because when I was there, I not only saw my idol, but I didn't know any of them. Like, I didn't know any of my friends. And then that day, we stood on that stage 6 months later as a family. And it's just kind of like, I'm so happy and so grateful that these people are in my life, and that Harry is in my life, and that my friends, in general, any of my friends, I'm grateful that all of them are in my life. Because without most of them, I'd be lonely, and I'd still be in my bed staring at my wall. And they have pulled me out of my deepest of depressions. And I can't thank them enough. And standing on that stage where he stood, looking out at our past selves and just saying, I didn't know them then. And then now we're standing here as essentially sisters and looking out. And we didn't even have all of us. We only had 4 of us. We stood on that stage and I dropped to my knees and started crying. Sobbing. Like, crying, and everyone else on the tour was like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? Because it was a lot for me to be there and be on that stage and just look around and be like, 6 months ago I was there and you were there and you couldn't come and I didn't know you, and then now we're standing here and we're closer than we've ever been. And it was just so heartwarming to know that we've gotten through some difficult stuff together, and we have Radio City and we have Harry to thank for it. And it's just like, I want him to know, but I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to meet him and tell him. But I wrote a letter, so maybe one day I'll meet him and be able to tell him. I'll insert the pictures from Radio City and some of the pictures from that day. And yeah. This video was a lot of information for you to probably take in, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm bashing Harry in any sort of way, or anyone in any sort of way, or saying that I hated my experience at Radio City, because honestly, without that experience, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be going to see Harry 3 times. I wouldn't have the friends that I have if I never went to the concert. I have that concert to thank, and even though it might not have been the best view, I was still there, and I'm extremely grateful that I even got to go. And so I don't want anyone to think that I'm not grateful for going, or that I'm upset with Harry in any sort of way. I'm a little bit salty that I missed him every single time he was standing right where I was, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not mad or anything or dissing him in any way. Clearly, I idolize this man. But yeah, it's pretty amazing what you can learn and who you can meet through concerts. And I never would have thought that I would have met my best friends through concerts. And one of my friends lives all the way out in Mexico, and she wasn't even at Radio City, and she's one of my best friends now. How does this happen? I'm so grateful for everyone in my life that I've met, either through Harry or family or anything. This is just, I have him to thank for so much, and I have this concert to thank for so much. So I don't want you to think that I'm not grateful for going. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't know what that was, but it's gonna stay in there. So I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But you don't have to watch it. You don't have to come back. So I will link my social medias below, and I will have them in the end card, because I got one of those now. I've been doing a lot while I've been away, and making an end card was one of them, and I'm excited about it. And I got a new computer, so I can start editing better, and yep. So I hope you come back, and I'll hopefully do another video that won't be such longly spanned out in time, and post it, and yep. So, boo-bye.